with you. Thanks to JT Fox, the world's #1 wealth coach, for the opportunity to spend time with you today. Look around you. Look at the people sitting next to you. Can we all agree that we're not just here to learn how to triple our net worth, but also to meet other awesome, like-minded people from all over the world? So how about a round of applause for the people sitting next to you? I don't have a lot of time to spend with you today, so I want to jump right into this. How can I help you make an impact? You know, with what I do every day, helping people with their personal finances, I found there is a lot of stress around money. And look, guys, the most expensive thing you will ever own is your own financial ignorance. So, how many of you are feeling, or how many people do you know that are feeling this way, or maybe your kids are feeling this way? Do you have stress around money? It's not just stress when we don't have enough of it. I found there's stress around money even when we have plenty of it. Does that resonate with any of you?
Yes.
Yes. So some of you might be worried about how to cover your bills, or owing more than you make, or not having enough time to get to the next level, or a lack of savings for retirement or education, or how to increase your revenue, or how to secure a loan for yourself or for your business. You are very much not alone. And I know this because of the thousands of people that I've coached over the years, but also because I had tremendous financial stress when I was starting out. When I graduated from college, I got a job with a Fortune 500 company making 6 figures, and I spent money like I had it. I started investing in real estate of my own. I started working with startups. I had mortgages, car payments, loads of credit cards, and products and services that I was obligated to pay for every single month. And one morning, I woke up, and I didn't want to go to work. My job was very stressful. I was working 70, 80 hours a week. I didn't want to go to work. I wanted to play. Does anyone ever feel that way? Like you just want to play? I want to play every day. Hiking, biking, yoga, it doesn't matter. I just want to play. But I had to go to work because I was dependent on my paycheck. And so I wanted to find a way to create some wealth for myself today and in the future, and have some freedom and choices with how I spend my time. So I called my financial advisor. I said, hey, John, I need some help. I need to get out of this pickle that I found myself in. What do I do? And he said, you want to know what he asked me? He asked, Holly, how much more would you like to invest? But I didn't have any money to invest because all of the money that was flowing into my accounts was leaving my accounts just as fast. Does anyone experience that? So I went on a mission to get some answers. I started going to seminars and doing webinars and really immersing myself in the financial community. I must have read hundreds of books, and what I learned is that there are very few people out there who do what I do. And the job of a financial advisor is to help you invest your money, right? And so I went back to my roots in studying business in college and the principles I learned in real estate investing and how to grow a business from startup to revenue. And I applied those principles and those strategies to my personal finances. A few years later, I was 100% debt-free, and I had freedom and choices with how I spent my time. I could go on vacation and make money at the same time. What a life, right? So from that experience, I thought, wow, where would I be today if I had started doing this when I started out, right? So I pitched this idea to Rotary International. Has anyone heard of Rotary International? International Service Organization? Yes, I've been a member for many years. And I said, hey, why don't I go to local high schools and colleges and start teaching kids who are getting ready to graduate and be in the real world how to manage their money? Yeah. Look, financial education is severely lacking. Regardless of where you're from, the U.S. and other country, it is lacking, and it is important. There are a lot of steps between starting out and making money and investing your money and putting it to a higher and better use and watching it grow. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So this workshop blew up like a wildfire. Pretty soon, my friends started coming to me and saying, hey, Holly, when's your next workshop? I could really use this information. I never learned it. And then entrepreneurs and business owners said, hey, I'm winning in my work and all the other areas of my life, but I just don't know what to do with my money. How do I put my dollars to their highest and best use every month? When's your next workshop? I want to come and sit in on it. So I started coaching people on this strategy, simple strategy that I had applied to my personal finances. And it turned into just a system. And so if it's okay with you, I don't have a lot of time, but what I'd like to do is I teach a 2-day intensive workshop, but I'd like to just give you the essence of those steps. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So create $1 million strategy, right? Sounds really fun, but look guys, stop thinking about the first move on your chessboard and start thinking about king me. Where do you want to be in 30 years, in 10 years, in 5 years? Do you want to propose to your girlfriend with a 4-carat diamond engagement ring? Do you want to take your whole family on vacation to Tahiti? Do you want to give your parents or your grandparents the best long-term care there is? Do you want to own homes all over the world? What does wealth look like to you? Start at the end and work backwards and just do the steps in order. It starts with identifying your impact factor. What is this? It's just the bottom line of your cash flow statement when you subtract your expenses from your income. And this little bit of money put to good use every month makes a huge impact. It's your power. This is the money that you're going to use to crush your debt, or to build an emergency fund, or to invest in yourself, or your business, or assets, whatever it is, whatever wealth looks like to you. You're starting with a little bit of money, and you're going to watch it grow by going through these steps. This is a poll that was done across 22 countries to identify what are the top 3 major causes of stress. And can you see what is the number 1 cause of stress? It's money. Money's the number 1 stressor across all of these 22 countries. And look, this is really important. I want you guys to hear this loud and clear. The need for financial security falls at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And as you know, once we meet those basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, and yes, financial security, then we can move into more evolved states of being, meeting more evolved needs, listening to our intuition, being creative, having deeper and more meaningful relationships, growing our business. Imagine living from that space, not having that financial stress sitting on your shoulder every day. Imagine how that would feel, and you can do it. Everyone, regardless of where you start or where you are today, can achieve financial freedom. I would know. I had a lot of financial issues starting out. Crush your debt. This is a great step. If you haven't done it yet, I encourage you to do this. Put a pen to paper when it comes to how much debt you have. Guys, I'm talking about non-performing debt. Debt that doesn't make you money. When I finally wrote down, I had an idea of what I was spending every month and what I was making. I had an idea in my head. But when I wrote it down, $67,000 in credit card debt. $67,000 in credit card debt. Can you imagine how I felt when I called my financial advisor that day and he asked me what I wanted to invest? Right? So look, there is a strategy to getting out of debt fast. And And it is not to pay more than the minimums on your credit cards every month. It's not. The strategy is to identify your highest interest rate debt and pay it off entirely until it's gone. Attack it until it's gone, and then focus on the next one. Do this one at a time until all of your debt is gone. When you're out of debt, can you imagine how much bigger your impact factor is going to be? Are you seeing the theme here? Increase your impact factor through each one of these steps. Create massive cash flow. I love this one. I love this step because you can do it in one of two ways, or you can do it both ways at the same time. Increase your income or decrease your expenses. What does it mean to increase your... Everyone wants to increase their income, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
My business coach once told me that it is much better to own 5% of 100 businesses instead of 100% of one. Why? Multiple streams of income. And you're diversifying your risk, you're spreading it out, and you're forcing yourself to be more efficient with your time. How many hours a week are you watching TV? What if you channeled those hours into turning a hobby into a business? Or what if you added a product or a service to a business that you already own or operate? There's so many ways to increase your income. Decrease your expenses. This is where you can get really creative. Balance and indulge. Balance and indulge. It's the struggle, right? Look, guys, we are all human, and we need to feed our soul. What is important to us? What fills us up? What makes us feel good? Okay? Add a line item in your budget for the things that make you feel good. Give yourself the ability to indulge. It's just about balance. I have 3 things in my life that if I left unchecked, I would spend all of my disposable income on. 3 F's. Food, fashion, and fun. And if I didn't check myself, I would go to my favorite farm-to-table restaurant 5 nights a week. Or I would spend all of my allowance on clothing. And guys, you already know I like to have fun. Okay? So I want to feel good when I'm spending money, but I also want to increase my impact factor every single month. Okay, so find some balance. And look, avoid unnecessary spending. Yes, we all know, we're all smart in here. We know instead of spending $5 on a bottle of water, we can spend $2, etc. But look at your statements. There was a columnist who worked for Consumer Reports Money Advisor, excuse me, and she volunteered to unveil all of her financial statements to the magazine so that they could see what unwanted or unnecessary fees she had incurred over a 12-month period of time. And what they found is that she had spent $2,300 on unnecessary fees. Now let's flip that and say that she instead invested $2,300 for 25 years and got an 8% return. She'd have $240,000. And that is nothing to sneeze at. Guys, that's a little less than $200 a month. So a little bit of money put to good use has a huge impact on your personal finances. And if you're still wondering how you can decrease your expenses, think about spending on memories instead of things, because memories last forever. There's no such thing as broke. Are you using resources to manage your money? Guys, there are so many free resources out there to help you manage your money. Tons of them are on my website. Are you tracking your actual versus your projected spending? What are your excuses? Okay, what excuses do you have in your life? Throw them out. Excuses that are keeping you away from creating wealth in your life. And can we all agree that it's so much better to have a coach, someone who has been there and done that, who can take you by the hand and give you a system? And the most important thing a coach does is help us break through our limitations, right? Write this down. This is really important, guys. Our beliefs are only true because we believe them. not because they are true. This is me, guys. I'm a financial coach, I'm a business coach, and I'm a volleyball coach. And this group of young women did not believe they could have this moment. This is after we beat our biggest rivals at our conference. But I believed that they could. Guys, I just walked you through the steps of how you can create a financial impact in your life. And I hope that you go home and implement this right away.